Have you ever found yourself in a place so quiet, so peaceful, that you almost forgot the world outside, only to realize maybe you weren't as alone as you thought? When I used to work as a cop, I had an unofficial break spot that nobody in the department knew about. While some officers pulled over at gas stations or parked behind warehouses, I went somewhere else. The old cemetery on the edge of town. I didn't plan it. I found it one night, responding to a call about kids drinking out there. After clearing them out, I noticed how calm the place felt. Just 6 acres of flat land, a chain-link fence, and rows of headstones dating all the way back to the 1800s. It was quiet, empty, perfect. For 2 years, it became my break yard. I'd park my cruiser, unwrap a sandwich, maybe smoke a cigarette, and just sit for 20 minutes without dispatch or my sergeant breathing down my neck. Nothing unusual ever happened. Sometimes I'd walk among the graves, reading names and wondering what kind of lives these people lived. I thought of it as my secret escape, until one night changed everything. I was halfway through a turkey sub when I heard it. At first, I thought it was a cough, but deeper, harsher, like a chest full of gravel. My first thought? Coyote, maybe a sick deer. We'd gotten both before, but animals usually stayed away from people. I grabbed my flashlight and swept the beam across the cemetery. Nothing, just grass, headstones, and silence. I shook it off and went back to eating. A minute later, there it was again. This deep, guttural cough, followed by heavy breathing. My instincts told me to announce myself, so I called out, "Police officer, identify yourself." But the only response was silence. I stepped away from the car, scanning the flat ground around me. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I caught movement. When I turned my light in that direction, I saw them. 2 eyes, glowing in the beam. And here's the thing. They were way too high. I'm just under 6 feet tall, but those eyes were at least 9 feet off the ground. There was nothing tall enough out there for anyone to be standing on. Just flat earth and modest headstones. The training drilled into me said to keep visual contact, call backup, and assess the threat. But fear overruled training. I blinked for just a second, and when I looked back, the eyes were gone, only to reappear 20 yards to my right. No sound of movement, no body beneath them, just floating eyes. I didn't stick around. I walked fast back to my cruiser, started it up, and drove straight to a 24-hour diner across town. I sat there with a cup of coffee, trying to calm my nerves. Since no crime had been committed, I had nothing to report. I told myself I imagined it. Just stress playing tricks on me. I avoided that cemetery for months after. But cops are creatures of habit, and old habits die hard. One rough shift, I convinced myself to return. Just one more break, I thought. It was nearly midnight. I parked in my old spot, meatloaf in hand, engine running, windows up. At first, everything was calm again. Too calm. Then I heard it. Heavy footsteps circling the cruiser. I froze, every hair on my neck standing on end. I lowered my window, just enough to shine the flashlight out. But the second the beam hit the grass, the footsteps stopped. Silence, then scrape. A rough sound against the back bumper, like fur brushing metal. Spinning in my seat, I caught it. Something massive, brown, furred, ducking low behind my car. Way too big to be any animal I knew. My body chose flight over fight. I slammed the car into drive and pulled away. When I looked back, nothing. Just empty rows of headstones. I never went back. To this day, I don't know what I saw. And maybe it's better that way. Because sometimes the scariest part isn't what you do see. It's what you almost saw. If this story sent chills down your spine, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I have even darker true horror stories waiting for you. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.